Trump may declare a state of national emergency to build the wall. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious bringing you the obvious here on CNN Politics. And this article is by Ellie Watkins. Washington, CNN. President Donald Trump said on Sunday that he might declare a state of national emergency imminently to secure money for his border wall. I may declare a national emergency dependent on what's going to happen over the next few days, Trump told reporters as he left the White House for Camp David. A White House official told CNN on Saturday that Trump was leaning towards declaring a national emergency to use military funding for his wall. Trump has demanded Congress appropriate money for the wall, and his dispute with Democrats over the issue pushed the government into an ongoing partial shutdown. Vice President Mike Pence was scheduled to meet with the congressional leadership staff on Sunday afternoon, where, according to two congressional sources, aides would be given the White House's budget justification for about $5.7 billion for the border wall. Trump also said Sunday that he planned to call the head of the U.S. Steel and other steel manufacturers to ask them to design a steel barrier for the southern border. Trump spoke to reporters again on Sunday afternoon and offered few details, but he reiterated that he was looking at a national emergency, adding, "We'll be letting you know fairly soon." Trump said that he would consider a deal that involved protections for deferred action for childhood arrivals program recipients, but indicated that he preferred to wait until the Supreme Court ruled on the issue. "I would rather have the Supreme Court rule and then work with the Democrats on DACA," Trump said. Trump said on Friday he may attempt to invoke emergency powers to build the wall, although such a move would be expected to face legal action. Now, honestly, there's a few things I gotta say. One, the Democrats are at fault for this shutdown. They're at complete fault. They don't want to make a deal. Trump offered them a good deal where they won stuff and he won stuff, and we got some funding to start building the border wall, but they don't want to hand over a single win to Trump. You know, I've seen a lot of fact checking, a lot of flawed and, manipulative fact checking, because they're not actually checking facts about Trump and his statements, and one of them is about the cost of illegal immigration. Now, Trump has said stuff, I've seen estimates as high as $270 billion, as well as $250 billion per year. Even though in these fact-checking articles, they do admit that it is hard to estimate the true cost of illegal immigration, and you can manipulate the numbers a little bit by taking out certain costs or adding in certain costs, but the reality is, it's expensive. Now, I've seen numbers from these so-called fact-checking sources between 135 or 150 billion to 57 billion. So, let's just be fair and say $100 billion per year. How is $5 billion to begin building the wall not justifiable if illegal immigration is costing us $100 billion per year? Let's say the wall is only half effective, or half of half. Let's say it reduces the numbers by 25%. That's $25 billion. That's a lot of savings. They scream all this stuff that, oh, a wall's not going to work. It's not going to keep people out. That's why I lock my door every night. That's why I live in a gated community. The Great Wall of China never did nothing. Yeah, they're lying, and also this is a completely ignorant and stupid statement. For those that do actually believe it, it's absolutely how do I put this? I do not believe you are of human intelligence if you make such a statement, because it is absolutely stupid. And let's look at some other numbers. Border surge, highest since 2011. Each illegal immigrant cost $70,000, 7 times the deportation price. Now, I don't know about you folks, but any cost of an illegal immigrant, whether it's $70,000 per or $1 per, is too damn high. People who are not supposed to be here, they're not here legally, they're illegal, and they should not be here. I can't make this any more clear. How crazy do you have to be? The worst part of this data is illegal immigration is only increasing, and the total immigrant population is going up, showing incredible growth as the years go on. So, these insane Democrats, they reject the numbers. They like to pretend that there's no cost. And over time, illegal immigration has cost us hundreds of billions of dollars. There's just no way to avoid it. Even if your number is 57 billion per year, or it's 100 billion per year, or it's 200 billion per year, hundreds of billions of dollars have been spent, have been lost, have been cost to America because of illegal immigration. This is undoubtedly true, and a wall would go a long way to starting to solve the problem. But the Democrats don't want to solve the problem because they want illegals. They want their unlawful votes because, they love to cheat. Schiff, a non-starter. The idea has met pushback from some, including California Democratic Rep. Adam Schiff, who said Sunday on CNN's State of the Union that he did not think Trump would be able to use emergency powers to build a wall at the southern border. So, of course, they turn to I assume, is a Democrat. Of course, they're not going to bring a Republican on their show. It's CNN. They're left-wing, they're biased, And everyone remembers how they've lied, how they put out fake news. I remember during the election especially how hard they railed for Hillary Clinton. You know, at one point, CNN told viewers that it was illegal to read leaked emails, Hillary's emails, said, oh, it's illegal for you to do it, but we're the media, we can do it.
Also interesting is, remember, it's illegal to possess these stolen documents. It's different for the media. So everything you learn about this, you're learning from us. And in full disclosure, let's take a look at what is in there and what it means.
That wasn't dishonest at all. That wasn't a lie. Oh, wait, it was. And basically his argument is if Harry Truman couldn't nationalize the steel industry during wartime, President Trump can't build the wall. Now, I don't know if that assertion is true. It's a Democrat, so I'm going to assume that it's probably not. But President does have increased powers in a state of emergency, and I could see him building the wall using military funding during that time. And honestly, I think anyone who supports Trump and supports the wall is fine with this. I think they're completely fine with him building the wall. Lord knows we all want it. Build the wall. We don't care how. Just build it. Get it done. And Trump's not going to budge on this. He wants to build the wall. He's most likely going to do everything in his power to build that damn wall. And he needs to, honestly, because he has faithfully pursued his promises, but the wall would go a long way into giving people a physical example of all the things he's done. So White House, weekend talks unfruitful. Acting White House Chief Staff Mick Mulvaney said in a separate interview on the same program that talks on Saturday to reopen the government did not make much progress. Trump, in his comments to reporters Sunday morning, said he and Pence did not expect to have anything happen and further shut down talks between Pence and the congressional leadership staff. Trump said, however, that he expected very serious talks early this week and that he can relate to federal workers affected by the shutdown. I am sure that people that are on the receiving end will make an adjustment. They always do, Trump said. So the Democrats want to harp on and on about, oh, this is all Trump's fault. He's a big bad meanie. He closed the government. Even though we rejected what was a fairly good deal because we don't want to give him any funding. We don't want a wall because we know that another win, yet another victory, would make us look bad. I really got to make this clear. The Democratic Party has done more than anyone to make the Democratic Party look like garbage. And I could go on with countless examples, but I digress. What do they expect? They really think Trump is going to back down? And you can read their sentiment here. Schiff says, the burden remained on Trump to move and reopen the government, saying Trump had painted himself into a corner. Not true. And needed to figure out how he unpaints himself from that corner. Yeah, that's just a delusion inside the Democrats' minds. Trump is fine. He's managed to do quite a lot. He's probably going to do more. And I don't think he's going to budge on this wall. The congressman also said that if Democrats give in to Trump's demand, it would incentivize the president to attempt further shutdowns in order to extract concessions. We just can't afford to do business that way, Schiff said. Yeah, so Democrats are doubling down. They don't want to give an inch. They don't want to compromise. They don't want to make deals. They're being children. They're just saying, no, I will not listen to you. But really, that's all it is. They're just being retards. And I've never seen the government acting so hostile towards an elected official. President Trump has done nothing wrong. He has every right to ask for funding because Democrats, they sure love spending taxpayer money. They sure love giving aid to other places like Israel. But what they do complain about is spending money on our own infrastructure because screw the American people. Who cares about them? Who cares about protecting our borders? We'd rather give billions of dollars away to all these other countries in aid. So, frankly, I don't want to hear it. Democrats need to stop whining, sit down on the table, give Trump his border funding, and ask for something that they want in return. This is how people compromise. It's how adults do business. It's how adults should do politics. And that's how they should behave. But you know what, my friends? That's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for today, folks. Let me know what you think about this whole government shutdown, and what do you think about the wall? Should it be built? Should it not be built? Do you think the Democrats are taking the right position? And who do you think is going to win? Anyhow, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.